All right. Hello, guys. I wanted to do a quick recap of today. I'm gonna explain how I view the market, what I wanted to take, and why I hopped off early. So yeah, let's get right into it. So for me today was a pretty tricky spot, because I wanted to see upside initially, or like I wanted to see upside rather than downside. But the daily looked like a range overall. We had like a lot of SMTs, which didn't make conditions really favorable, and we're still trading inside of this huge like news release candle. So it was pretty neutral overall. But when I looked at the 1 hour, you guys can see we do have SMTs right here. Right, so the first one I saw was this one. When I started to look at the charts, this is what I spotted at like market open. And then like having a neutral bias, I wasn't really sure if we wanted to take this or this first. But what I did was pretty much I waited, and you can see at like 8 right here, we do form another SMT, which is pretty much this one right here. So you have a double SMT right here, and then if you go on a lower time frame, you can see this was the reason for this huge move down that we had. Same goes for ES, and that's where a little later market open came around, right? And what market open did, it swept this high on ES right here, but it didn't on NQ, right? So this SMT is not really valid anymore because it got swept right here. But the one staying in place is this one. Right, so this one would technically be right here. I'm gonna leave it right here, just so it makes more sense, looks better, but you get a picture. And then we make a new SMT right here. Right, this gave me confirmation for more downside pretty much. And that's also the first trade I played out today. But like I said, I wasn't really sure. Didn't want to really enter right away at market open. What I saw was this rejection block right here. And then if you scale down to the 1 minute time frame, right, you can see it gave an entry. So this is the rejection block, this is the SMT, this is the external SMT, this is internal, right? And then market opened higher, which is good manipulation, and it gave an entry right here. Perfect entry. If I were to take this, I would have entered right here at the stop above. I wouldn't have waited for CE because the risk to reward is already really good. So no point in being left out and just enter at the beginning. I would have used this as my entry trigger. And you can see how perfectly we respect the CE of the the 30-second wick. And then you get pretty much instant delivery lower. So this, in my opinion, was like a really good trade. But I didn't execute because it was really close to market open and I wasn't really sure what we wanted to do. As I told you guys, I wanted to wait for 10 a.m. and trade the 10 a.m. expansion, pretty much. So if anyone took this, pretty good job, really good trade. And yeah, that's about it for the pre 10 a.m. price action. After 10 a.m. opened, or like when 10 a.m. was close to open, I looked at the 4 hour and I had this one also marked out before market opened. So pretty much this rejection block right here, which doesn't get swamped. Bullish candle confirms it to be a rejection block, and then you have engineer liquidity right here. And the same goes for ES right here. I had the lows marked out. Pretty much this one, sell side, or this one. But you can see the close is pretty bearish on ES, so I expected the lows to get taken at the 10 a.m. candle and make an SMT, right? If we go down, let's go to the 5 minute. Now it's a lot of lines, it looks cluttered, but I'm gonna remove this stuff so it looks a bit better. can remove this one. And you guys can see how we pretty much swept the lows right here, but we didn't sweep them right here. So this was the SMT at the lows with the 4-hour rejection block. And the way I trade rejection blocks, I really like SMTs in my favor because it just gives me the confidence to enter trades, right? You can pretty much see how we swept the previous 4-hour low right here and then tapped into it. I want to go to the 1 minute for this because what I wanted to do was enter on an entry trigger on the 1 minute, but they didn't really give an entry trigger right here. Neither did ES right here, right? It was the weaker asset too, so NQ was the stronger one and made a higher low. ES made a lower low below this sell side point, and I was debating about entering out this CISD right here and 10 a.m. key open, but I didn't really like where my stop would have been, so I didn't execute on that, and I somehow hoped for price to come back to the 5 minute rejection block right here. Right, I wanted to see a bullish close, price retrace, and then take longs. And the move pretty much played exactly how I wanted to see it, except it didn't really give an entry on NQ. If you look at ES went back down to the 10 a.m. key open. And what I missed while it played out was that ES itself had a 5 minute rejection block right here. So that would have been a possible entry for longs, but it's the weaker asset, so you don't take trades on the weaker asset, you take the trades on the stronger asset. So anyway, it wouldn't have been something to take, but you can see it did provide a rejection block and did deliver, and you can see how little it delivered compared to NQ. This move is pretty strong. This move turns around pretty fast, right? So that's what I wanted to see for 10 a.m. today. Pretty much entry trigger off of this 4-hour rejection block. Didn't really get it, so that's where I thought I missed the move. Right here, I had some hope we would turn around and then come back to it. After we didn't, I pretty much told you guys I would hop off because I don't really see the point in trying to take anything else if my move that I expected happened and it didn't provide an entry. So that's pretty much the time I got off. I think it was around here, pretty early today because, like I said, no point in me looking at the charts any longer. But you can see we did deliver to the low at the later point. So just big manipulation, distribution, and then retrace, distribution again. I don't really like how this looks. Same as NQ. Like, would not have traded anything else. Probably wouldn't have taken shorts right here because you get wicked out a lot. This one fails, this rejection block fails, this one doesn't really give an entry. The only way to validate this would have been SMT somehow, but I don't really see anything. No real SMT right here. So wouldn't have taken anything else than this. And then 11 a.m. opens and straight up dumps. So didn't really take a trade today, although this one played out, didn't provide an entry. This one played out really well too. In my opinion, this was one of the better trades to take. This one looked way cleaner than this one. It's just I was expecting for 10 a.m. open low and then delivery higher, which is what happened. Didn't get the trade. But yeah, you can see how we are in this news candle and just range. If you look at the 50-minute, I mean, the range is big, so you're able to catch a decent move, but in the overall picture, it's not really favorable trading conditions right here. We do still have like this data high, data low, which was of yesterday's news. This one is not swept yet. This one is not swept yet. So we have a data candle inside another data candle, which is, yeah, pretty unfortunate, but that's just how it is. I hope you guys found something to take today. I've seen quite a lot of screenshots about the first move I explained, which is a pretty good trade. After that, not really many other trades showed up. So if you guys took something else right here, I don't really know. because I wasn't on charts, didn't really look at if there was viable setups or anything. But this is like lunch, which is something I don't trade, so no trades from 11 to 1 p.m. and then this has been PM session, which didn't do anything yet. So yeah, I think that's about it for today. There's nothing really much to talk about. It's just slow price action. I did provide a good setup though, if you spotted it. So it could have been a good day for the people that executed on it. Pretty clean move overall. Other than that, I don't really see much else. And we're gonna see what we do tomorrow. Let's just look at the daily. Don't really have a clear expectation for this week because it's been pretty bad because of the news. Market is gonna take some time to decide what it wants to do with the news that came out. But you can see we do have an SMT at previous day high. There could be a possibility we hold that, so I'm gonna leave that one marked out and possibly use it tomorrow, but I'm not sure. And yeah, I think that's it for my side today. If you have any more questions or anything else, let me know and I'll answer in the questions channel. If not, then I wish you a happy day and I'll talk to you guys soon in the next recap. Bye bye.